Scientists have discovered biophotons in the brain, and this proves that our consciousness is directly connected to light. Illuminated, and pun intended, scientists now suspect that neurons in the human brain are capable of communicating through light. More specifically, research shows that neurons in mammalian brains can produce photons of light, or biophotons. Surprisingly, photons appear within the visible light spectrum and range from near infrared to ultraviolet, 200 to 1,300 nanometers. Furthermore, when optical communication occurs, the biophotons are affected by quantum entanglement. Sometimes there is a strong connection between photons that can be linked to consciousness or even spirit. In several experiments, rat brains passed 1 biophoton per neuron per minute, which means that the human brain should be able to transmit over 1 billion biophotons per second. Of course, this makes one wonder whether or not there is a direct relationship between the amount of light that can be produced and transmitted and the degree of total consciousness a being has. If the above hypothesis is true, there is a close relationship between biophotons, light, and consciousness, and then it turns out that there is certainly much more than that human beings need to learn and study about light in general. Ancient texts and religions refer to saints as enlightened people who have glowing circles around their heads, including texts from ancient Greece, ancient Rome, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, and Christianity. However, this glowing circle may simply have been the result of a higher consciousness, although this alone would support the idea of a correlation between biophotons and consciousness. Indeed, the word enlightenment inherently implies this connection as well. However, perhaps the most remarkable point of all this is that our brains can produce light, or that our consciousness and spirit could not be contained within our bodies. According to quantum entanglement, 2 entangled photons can instantly react or interact if one of the photons is effective, regardless of where the other photon is in the universe. Okay? No matter where it is or how far it is in the universe, they are entangled. If one changes, the other changes, it's affected. Can you imagine? Instantaneously, that is. If you expand on this, you can begin to wonder if there is a world inside light, and if different photons can be gateways that allow communication between different worlds. Additionally, it may even be possible for our spirit and consciousness to communicate with organisms via biophotons. Quantum entanglement, conceptual artwork of a pair of entangled quantum particles or events interacting at a distance. Quantum entanglement is one of the consequences of quantum theory. 2 particles will appear to be linked across space and time, with changes in one of the particles, such as observation or measurement, affecting the other. This instantaneous phenomenon appears to be independent of space and time. Instantaneous, no matter how far you are, right? Meaning that in the quantum realm, the effect can precede the cause. And this could explain the phenomenon of photon states being affected by conscious adherence. Perhaps our observation communicates through our biophotons with the photon that's being observed. Indeed, light is a single substance that spreads through the universe and can be affected by every single particle of light. It's far from a done deal, but really understanding what consciousness is and where it comes from would not be nearly as mysterious or exciting, even if it was not always the case. Please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.